Yeah, hello, welcome to this broadcast. I hope all of you are alright. Maybe some people coming back from yesterday's simultaneous display, which was quite nice. I hope some of you watched that as well. Okay, I'm going to play a couple of Blitz games as I do on almost every Monday. Some 5-minute games. Let's go. I hope the stream is more steady than it was yesterday. It was a bit awkward. Twitch had some big bandwidth problems, so at times the stream was breaking up. I had to restart it all over again. Okay, here we go. I've requested a game. Haven't gotten one yet. Is that correct English? I hope it is. Yeah, no game yet. That's weird. Can I get a 960 game, maybe? What else do we have? 960, 3-minute. So let's see, can I get some 5-minute games going? Doesn't seem to be. What's happening here? Nobody on. Ah, here we got Giga Brain. Okay, kicking off with D4. And what are we going to get? Yep. Yeah, hi to Grimsay and to Joazinho. If you join Twitch, you can chat. It's a good thing, getting into contact with me. Can ask questions, everything. Yeah, hello also to Jezreel and BJH13. So we've got some kind of Bogo Indian here. Giga Brain is really taking his time. Is he going to take on D2? I can pre-move Queen D2 maybe. That's really strange. Is he really reinventing theory here? Can also go Queen E7 or A5. Queen E7, So I think E4 is a possible move. Knight F6, Okay, E5, Knight E4, that's slightly awkward. Maybe Bishop D3. There's a question, how fast is my internet connection? Usually fast enough for most tasks. Why? Is the stream stuttery or something? I've got, I think, 100 megabit down and 5 megabit upstream, which should be plenty for a stream. Yeah, it's not a real Bogo, I think. So here I'm going for Knight C3, quick Knight D5. Okay. He's very relaxed about his development. Is C5 something, or maybe just... I can also put direct pressure on the pawn here with Rook D1. It's going to be a bit difficult now, isn't it? I mean, Bishop C2 and then E5. Let's see what happens. I'm attacking D6 and Rook D8 is E5. Yeah. Hello also to Bayerischer Schweizer. Yeah, what about D6 here? Yeah, not a happy move, but maybe something he had to do. I wonder if Bishop G4 is something that could be annoying. Might be. I'm going to play H3 here. I could have played Knight D4 now that I think of it. But just doing it like this, centralizing, cannot be bad. Yeah, here Knight D5 is the knee-jerk reaction already. but I don't know if it is so great at this particular moment. Can still do that. The position doesn't change fundamentally. I still have more space. Yeah, 95. Okay, let's do it. Queen d7, no? Probably. Maybe he's not going to take. Yeah, so this is interesting. Now I can try to play something sophisticated or something simple. Knight d4, for example. No, it doesn't really help. I've got no particular tournament planned at the moment. I don't think I will play any tournaments this year. I already played some stuff, and I have to work work a little bit here and there. Okay, queen on c3. Ah, that's true. Grimsey asked why I don't play the Kalashnikov Sicilian anymore in Blitz. There's no particular reason. One problem with the Kalashnikov is that people tend to avoid it by playing bishop b5, and it's something that yeah, I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, I'm kind of surprised here. Isn't this very good for me here? Knight e6. So bishop f5, knight c7, knight d4. It looks really awkward. Yeah. But how do I win? This looks terrible for black, but how do I win? Rook e8. Piling up is not so easy. Rook e3, queen f7 seems to save the day. I can go c6 if I want, but I don't see how to really decide matters. Don't quite see it. Queen e3 is going to play knight takes d4. Bishop d7, rook e3, rook e3. Okay, that might win the exchange. d7, rook e3. Okay, let's do it. Should win the exchange. Looks good. Yeah, I think Joel is on schedule again soon with his band to Blitz, but I'm not completely sure. I don't have the info on me. Maybe check the calendar. So yeah, I'm not such a huge fan of books by Evgeny Sveshnikov. I think he tends to be a bit crazy about some things, very dogmatic. No, I didn't really chat to any of the top players in Berlin. Didn't get the opportunity, but it was very nice to meet some people that I know from a very long time that I didn't meet for a long time. It was very nice meeting them again. Yeah, the games in Berlin, did I enjoy them? The problem was that you couldn't really watch that well. The spectators weren't exactly in the best of positions. Okay, I'm returning the exchange now to get a simpler to play position. The rook ending here is also very good for me. I think I can be satisfied with that. It's a very, very active position, and he cannot really move away his rook there from c7. They had one big screen there, but it was mostly just featuring Carlsen's game, and just one game. If it wasn't Carlsen's game, then one of the other top 4 boards, which is not bad, but ultimately it's not as like watching all of the games. I'm going for mating attack here now with rook e8. Yeah, and he lost on time. Okay. Yeah, Sveshnikov believes that 1 e6 is a mistake on e4. And c6 is also crap. Yeah, there's a question by Jathuel, or Jathul, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, if you live in Germany, it's a good idea to try to find a local chess club. We really have lots of clubs. If you have, if you live in a somewhat bigger city, there will probably be a real range of clubs to choose from, and you can find clubs on the website of the German Chess Federation. They will give you a list according to your place where you live. Okay, playing Linkmas here. This is Tanguy Ringois, I think, yeah, from Ringois from Belgium. Currently living in the US, I believe. Pretty good grandmaster, but he's not playing somehow. No games, no move here. Did he abort that? Strange, very strange. But I get a new game, yeah. I think he somehow resigned. Very weird. Anyway, let's play the real Matismo, whoever that is. There was a question about my music preference. I have no particular style of music I prefer. It usually would be something that is really, mostly played by human beings. I'm not much into like techno music or electronic music or something like that. So what about this here? Maybe I can get rid of that bishop. That bishop is kind of irritating. Okay, it's very slowish, but get rid of the bishop. Why not? And now maybe like f6, make sure that this pawn is not dropping. I don't think Linkmas was afraid. He's a really good player. Maybe there was some technical problem. Sometimes you start a game and then you recognize that you simply cannot play because someone is at the door or whatever. It happened to me more than once. Typically the pizza guy calling or something like that. Okie dokie. This is a bit awkward here. Bishop to b4 when the knight comes to d6. Maybe maybe knight d6, queen b6, knight f7, queen b4, the knight is trapped. I think that's actually the case. There's a question by Rex. Can you recommend a solid universal setup against c4, d4, knight f3, anything but e4, like king's Indian defense, Tarrasch defense? But some opening kings Indian defense not so great, and the same is about Tarrasch. Yeah, the universal approaches, they have their drawbacks, of course. So I actually lose the exchange. That's bad news. Yeah, I think the king's Indian can be played against basically anything, and it's not so bad in most cases. Tarrasch, well, the Tarrasch is not just a great opening, but you can play it. Something that is very universally applicable is a setup with knight f6, e6, d5, bishop e7, castles, like in the classical Queen's Gambit. This is also playable against absolutely everything, and it's that has the advantage of being far more solid than the King's Indian, but not as problematic to play as the Tarrasch, where you always have to deal with those structural problems that are almost unavoidable with the IQP or some pawn weaknesses. This is pretty much the only thing. What you can also do almost without any big problems universally is a Dutch setup. A Dutch setup like the Leningrad Dutch. This is also playable against basically everything. And I recommend that sometimes if people want a dynamic game. It's pretty interesting. Okay, e4 is my idea. Maybe this can help me. No, he played queen g3. Really playing this well. Trying for knight e64 maybe. I don't quite understand what he's doing here, to be honest. I mean, b5 is not going to be working anyway. Okay, this one. Knight d4 looks kind of lame, so maybe this. Of course, I'm an exchange down for not much, but maybe he's giving me some chances here. Okay, let's push f4. I don't know. I think I mean, not that I'm very optimistic now, but I think my position actually has been worse earlier. h5, some stuff is kind of interesting now. h5, f3 stuff. Rook a5, so trying something on the 5th rank. Okay, I'm going to kick the queen away. This is probably bishop e3, huh? Very likely. Maybe going for h3. His pieces there, bishop on b6 and rook on a5. I mean, they're not doing that much. Yeah, that's a very good position now. I mean, not that I'm better, but I really have active play. If he goes queen g4 again, no. Okay, now I'm going f3 here. So takes there. Yeah, maybe he can take queen g4 for some sort of end game. Check. He's going to take. Don't I have some kind of tactic here? It's hard to believe that I haven't. Or do I just have to go back? Check king g2. Like e4. Doesn't seem to work. Okay, yeah, I played this badly. I really had some kind of playable position again. And now it still seems to be bad. Bishop takes, queen takes, just about holds. What a weird game. I'm blundering f5 here. Nah! Stupid. No, he didn't do it. He didn't see it, or what? Oh. Shoot. My idea was so incorrect. I can barely tell you what I wanted to do. I wanted to play queen e5 check, which is just amazingly bad. So is there something that I can do here? Rook h6. Something to irritate him here. Or knight f4 maybe. Yeah, maybe. He's got 13 seconds. Rook a6. What is this doing actually? I take here. It's no mate here. If I take on f2, rook g7, this is mate. He's threatening this. Take the capture there. Okay, I'm going back. Queen f3 would have won on time, of course, but I still try to play good moves. This is sometimes costing me points. Here he has no check, I believe. No good check, at least. Yeah, I won on time. Hui. There's a question about my education in English. I only had English at school, but I was always trying to keep it in good shape by watching lots of original like movies in English, reading books in English, and so it's helpful. Yeah, my rating has suffered a bit. That's definitely true. Had a bad streak, but I'm on a good track here in the first games of this this broadcast. Okay, going f3. I'm playing chess since 1987, so long time. 28 years. Okay, so I'm going to castle long here in this game. Don't do that too often in the King's Indian, but here it felt kind of okay. There's a question by Core ST. Is there an age where it is not worth trying to get a FIDE title? Yeah, the thing is, since those titles worth getting a title. I mean, what exactly is the point of getting a title? It can be just because yeah, you like the confirmation that you have reached a certain level. It can also be good for business. Yeah, for my job, I certainly need to have some kind of title, but for a pure amateur player, it is not really something that is immensely useful to have. Okay, here I'm going to try something interesting. This is a very unusual way of playing, but I think it's interesting here because the remaining structure will be rather favorable for white. Bishop c6, I'm going bishop a4, but he has to. Really don't see what else. Okay, bishop a4, he might take a4, take e4. Interesting. Okay, let's do that later. Yeah, those titles are easier for female players, that's definitely true. There's a German question. Machst du prinzipiell Damentausch? Antwort in Deutsch wäre nett. Nö, nicht immer, aber wenn ich meine, dass es gut ist, dann tausche ich die Damen. Which means I'm trading queens whenever I feel it's appropriate. It's not a certain preference in my play. Okay, so this is slightly weak there, pawn. This is not really nice, but I mean the structure is fantastic. I just have to make sure that I'm not losing stuff. Then this endgame is simply excellent for me. So, yep, I'm going to take and knight e4. Knight b4 maybe, but I don't really believe it does help much. He can try to go for d4 via f4, but I will take c5, I guess. Oh, interesting. What about a3? Just a3 here. Yeah, let's prevent knight b4 and go rook d1. Yeah, if the stream is giving you problems, let me know. I'm going to restart the stream. I'm trying to go, yeah, but am I not almost trapping that knight? If I do this, the knight has no squares, right? Rook c4, I take it, and I'm threatening rook d1. That's a very nice ending. So how to do this? b3, I guess. And knight e4 next. I could have played knight e4 immediately, maybe. But this is good. I don't see how he will defend against these against the threats against his weak pawns. So let's see how to do this. It looks great, but how to win? Probably I can go over to b7 and win the a5 pawn. Knight d6, I guess so. His king will try for counterplay. So what do I do now? I can check there and take e5. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. This is the safest way to play. Yeah, I'm just... There's a funny request. If I can say, I believe that belongs to me, Dr. Jones. Yeah, I will have to work to make it a very thick German accent. Yeah, that's... What is this from? This is from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, right? Did he resign here, this guy? He did. Okay. I've got a good streak here, back on 2,400. So Batman King, I don't know who that is. International Daniel H. Fernandez from England. Aha. A young guy. Didn't know him. Okay, G3. What do I do now? Okay, let's go E5. And Indiana Jones, yeah, probably. They had German villains all over the place. Yeah, I think that indeed tactics training can be very effective. So I recommend doing that up to a pretty high level. Of course, if you reach like very decent master strength, you'd also have to do other things. But if you start out in chess or are not a very experienced player, then doing tactics training is very effective. I don't know what is he doing here. He really gives me the center here, or what? I don't know. Okay, maybe it's not that great. I'm still going to play d5. Shouldn't be bad, really. I absolutely recommend to do tactics or some kind of tactics on any level. Actually, I always tell my students, make sure to do like 30 minutes a day if possible. Yeah, it's like, what is this? There's this saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, and I think 30 minutes of tactics a day keeps the blunders away, at least to a point. So, what is this? This looks wrong to me somehow, this kind of thing. The knight here, I can go e3, but I don't know really. Is this right here? e3 will go f4, yeah, I guess. The knight doesn't have many squares, it only has c4 here. But then queen c5 is some kind of a double attack. So if I attack that knight, what is he doing actually? Rook f5 is a very weird move. Okay, I'm playing it anyway, as weird as it looks. There are many good sites where to do tactics training. I usually recommend Chess Tempo, but many other sites nowadays. Chess.com is also quite okay, and the Lichess Tactics Trainer is also good. So f2 is hanging, so I can take this. Yeah, with the queen, I guess. And now, what a weird position. My rook here is awkwardly placed, and the knight is hanging. Moving this knight would be good. Knight b6 or something. He will take. I don't really think him taking here is such an issue. I mean, I've got super active pieces. Maybe just back here. It's difficult to play this this perfectly. I guess it's just a very wacky position. He maybe just plays rook c1 now or something for a possible discovery. I really don't think that the question of which tactics trainer to choose is that important, as long as you do it in the first place. It's the same thing as with any physical exercise. The most important thing is that you do it. Yeah, I mean, if you go, I don't know, swimming or cycling or whatever, what you do is just secondary. That you do something at all is the important thing. Okay, I'm going rook f2, just trying for bishop g4. I mean, if he moves the knight, I have queen e3 anyway, so he cannot really do a discovery here. I have a hard time to believe that I shouldn't be somewhat okay here, but my development is wacky. I really don't know. A very strange position. Yeah, he's taking a big time out. I really don't see a great move for him here, I have to admit. Maybe some consolidating move, bishop f3 or something. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to play such a slow move, but I don't see something good for him. Yeah, this, okay, so I can just take. King e3 maybe. No, he's going up. That's surprising. Bishop e6 wins at least a big tempo. That looks winning. What is his move now? I don't see it really. He has no good king move, and I'm attacking this knight. Yeah, this one. Is this really on? A4, queen b4. I think I'm taking. And queen c5, threatening rook e3. It should be enough, huh? Yeah, I still can do this. Yeah, just taking. Or is there a better way to win? Don't see it at the moment. Queen b4 maybe, but okay, this will win. Or not. Hard to believe it shouldn't win. That's mate, huh? Yeah, that's mate. Doing a good good string of wins here. What am I doing here? That's pretty good, huh? Won all games. What's happening here? That's cool. That was a really weird game. You want some techno music? I have to really say, I absolutely never got anything that would closely be called techno. Really nothing. The German Chess Federation doesn't have a minimum rating. There was a question about that. No, in the videos I upload to YouTube, I don't have the material score shown at all. It is another software. I don't mind blues music, but I'm not an expert in any way. Oh, sorry. Something good that I recently discovered for myself is a British band, Florence and the Machine. If you like some folk, rock, pop kind of thing, it's good. So I have a nice position here with some space advantage, but here Meta Boyso, my opponent, played bishop f5. I wonder if taking in g4 is an idea. Takes, knight takes. Maybe. It's an interesting way to play. Yeah, the condition for reporters and spectators were not good in Berlin. That's definitely true. I felt that watching the games was really difficult. It was much easier to follow things on the broadcast compared to the actual playing hall. What is the best line against the Nimzo Indian? There's no clear answer to that. But there's a couple of lines that definitely are good. If you want main lines, really, I recommend the Rubinstein and the classical. It's a funny situation here. Rook f6, I can take play f3 and trap the knight. I have a nice position here, I believe. He allowed this knight e6 business. And other good lines against the Nimzo. Okay. Why is he not losing stuff? Is he going e5 or? E5 or what? Is he just about saving himself here with e5? Bishop g3, f4 takes there. Weird. There's a question. What I think about Magnus Carlsen throwing away his pen after losing a game in the Blitz event. You know, I think it's good. It shows that he's really caring about his result, and he hated to spoil his result. It's very human, and it shows that he's just a human being after all. He didn't have such a great year, and I think he really wanted to get the triple title again. While thinking about his somewhat mediocre result in the Blitz, sometimes people forget that again he had a very, very good result in the Rapid. Yeah, it was really a dominating performance. Okay, so Rook G1 maybe. I'm really irritated that I didn't win stuff here. No, I didn't cheer for someone in Berlin. Well, maybe that was a friend of mine playing, Daniel Hausrath. I also played him sometimes on the channel. I think last week I played him in the stream actually, and he was playing there. We are friends for a long time, so I was hoping he does well, and he did well actually. It was a fantastically strong event, so his score was very, very much okay. Yeah, at least the knight there is kind of off. I'm going to try to get some pressure against the f and h pawn with the knight being offside on b5. Really weird what happened here. Maybe he can take on e2 for a couple of pawns. Doesn't look necessary though. Yeah, it's probably not the greatest idea. Where's the best place to play that you can analyze games afterwards? I'm not sure. ICC is certainly okay. They have the integrated engine analysis, but probably other servers offer similar things. I don't know really what other servers do, because I'm really almost exclusively playing on the ICC. Bishop g5, rook g6, f4. Wins back the pawn, I think. King g7, I can take h6 for knight f5, or knight f5 anyway. So I'm going to win back a pawn. Yeah, Grishuk is always good for some kind of funny, somewhat sarcastic comment. You're right. So what about this? Knight f5, getting something back here. No, I didn't play in the events, in the Rapid and Blitz championships, because when they announced the tournament, they had a minimum rating requirement of 2,500, and this is just too high for me. So I planned the whole trip to Berlin as a spectator, and only later it became clear that I probably could have played, because they changed the regulation there, allowing more players in. But by the time I already had everything set up for the tourist approach, it was okay really. So I'm going to get the king involved. You don't want that, okay. That was stupid. I didn't really see that he can do this. Wow. Knight d4 is strong. This is not good. This is not good. That's a stupid game to lose, really, from this very nice position. When the knight was on e6, that was certainly good for white, but I couldn't really get this going. I can try to flag him, huh? Oh, that was stupid. Nah, he will certainly manage him. Let's bear on for a bit. He's really slow, but quick enough. That was a pretty bad loss here from a very nice position. Okay, playing Immortal. F5. Okay. Let's see if I can get something going here. Bishop F4. I think this is a very decent line for white. I think A6 is surprisingly good in this position. No, it's not doing this. Okay. Okay, just knight F3 is good. Developing normally. Yeah, I also would have liked to play in Berlin, but it simply didn't work out. Also, it was really an exceptionally strong tournament. I mean, I don't really think I would have scored too well there. Have to be realistic about it. Yeah, hello to Z Nation Chess. So I'm going to prepare C4. I'm going to play C4 almost no matter what. Yeah, at least he cannot easily play C6 in this position. Yeah, I still think white is slightly more comfortable because of the healthier structure. I haven't watched Pawn Sacrifice, no, and I'm not sure if I want to. What I heard, they altered many facts of that of the event, and I don't feel I would be comfortable with that. The marshal, what should you do against the marshal attack? Well, taking the pawn, I'm not a huge fan of, have to admit. I think that the practical chances are really good for black. It's just much easier to play with the initiative. So my recommendation is to stick with D3 lines and just be content with that. I know it's not very inspiring. Yeah, I'm aware that the Pawn Sacrifice movie is a Hollywood movie and therefore will doesn't need to be or should be a realistic portrayal about chess. But I think it's kind of useless to alter facts about some event that was pretty exciting the way it was, and they altered some things as far as I heard that are completely idiotic to alter, like why change the end of game 1. I mean, they didn't play it like that, so don't change it. Yeah, nobody would make a movie about football and say let's say they make a movie about the World Championship 2014, yeah, and they make it's about the Brazil Germany match. Nobody would think that, okay, 7-1, that's no good, we make it 14-1. Yeah, this is useless, it's just idiotic. So just stick to the facts in cases where the facts are exciting enough. Yeah, if you want to make it more dramatic, it makes sense if the original thing wasn't very dramatic, but this cannot be said for most of the match. Okay, so I have a nice position here for the exchange, which I did not blunder. I really gave it away on purpose, thinking that I should have very decent compensation here. What is his idea? Rook to d6? I'm happy to take that for knight f7. It's not an easy to play position for him anyway. Knight g6 is threatened, so he's preventing this. Any other things that I might be able to do here? Knight e6, rook d6, queen c8, check. I just go a3, come on. Black doesn't have any great moves here anyway. At least I don't see them. Let's see what Immortal is going to do. It's not easy. My knights are pretty strong. Or pretty good. Not easy to play a move here for black. Rook d6 is queen c8. He doesn't have many moves here, really. I can think about queen c2, by the way, and just picking up the pawn. He's got knight e4, but it's not helping that much. Queen c2 is a pretty good move, actually. But I really don't know what he should play. I don't see a move for black that seems satisfactory. Yeah, someone linked, Scheveningen linked a video in the chat to some video about Boris Spassky. And he said he gained enormous respect for Spassky. Yeah, but Spassky always struck me as a good character. Immortal, he's not moving, and maybe he's frustrated. I have got a 7 out of 7 score against him. And this won't improve here. I don't see a playable move for black. It seems he just lets the clock run down. Yeah, maybe he's calling cheating with the ICC admins. Good luck with that. Nah, just a bad position. What can you do? I'm going to play one more game, and it was good. Yeah, I just lost one, I think. The one before that. Or two. It was pretty okay. There's a question by Latvia89. How much hours a day top players practice? It's difficult to say if they prepare for a tournament or whatever they are currently doing. I know that they do lots of hours right before a match. It's just like a regular day job, I guess, around it. No, he didn't accuse me of cheating. It just would be funny. Accusing someone of cheating who's streaming for the ICC. Okay, so I'm going to play this now. Semi-Slav. Very solid line. Okay, I'm opening up the position here. I'm not sure if this is right here, actually, to be honest. This f5 idea is maybe in. Okay, it doesn't seem to be. Bishop a3. I didn't expect this move. Let's do this. Yeah, there's a question. How can Carlsen in his early 20s be better than Arnold with so much less experience. It's a matter of experience. Experience does help, but having lots of energy also does help. And Carlsen is just younger. Does he really want to draw here? That's kind of weird. Nah, not a draw. Let's play a bit. Trying for bishop f3. That's an interesting move. No, it's probably equal anyway. Rook d1 or something. No, that doesn't help. Okay. Who do you think will win the candidates in 2016? I have no idea. No idea. I think it's a very open race. Might even be Arnold, yeah. You never know. But I don't know. I have the feeling that Nakamura has a good shot. He really did improve, and Nakamura lost to Pelletier today. Oh, that's funny. Shivning says Kramnik will win the candidates. Well, I don't think he will play in the first place, so it will be difficult to win. Kramnik is not qualified, and I don't see how he is going to manage, by what kind of qualification method. All the way, well, while I'm talking, Z Integrator is kind of outplaying me here very nicely. Yeah, Nakamura always has the odd loss against somewhat weaker rating-wise players. I mean, Pelletier is a very good grandmaster. But anyway, that's not what you have to do. You really have to beat the big guys when it counts. And maybe he has a shot in doing this. I'm trying to operate with knight takes f7 ideas, but I'm not sure if it's really a threat. Yeah? Rook d8 he can probably play. Knight over to b5 or something. I don't really like my position here. Queen doesn't have many squares. His queen there. Can I do something with this? Maybe here. Kramnik may get the wild card. That's possible, yeah, if it is in Russia, maybe. But I think probably Kramnik will get the wild card if it is Russia. As Svidler is qualified, he would also be a candidate for a wild card. And Karjakin is also qualified, yes. So it will probably be Kramnik in this case. Okay, I'm going to take play a3. I don't like it, but anyway. Maybe this is still kind of drawish. Okay, f3. Rook c2 maybe. Is he doing that? I have rook e3 though. Maybe just rook e3, covering this and having knight d3 up my sleeve. Knight on f6 is not doing much. This is one thing in my favor. Okay, the worst is definitely over here in this position. Why didn't I think about this move? That was stupid. Okay, it's not a big problem, but I could have avoided this. So what do we have here? Threatening rook c3. I think if he wants a draw, I have no way to avoid it. Maybe I can go h4 and something. Trying to get... Oh, knight g3, yeah, blundered into that. It's maybe not such a big problem. Knight d4 I cannot play. Shoot. Nah, I'm blundering the pawn. Oh, stupid. Now he played this well, always keeping some kind of pressure. It's of course a draw with in a longer time control situation, but it's difficult with no time. It's still kind of drawish, I think. If I get to trade... Oh, okay, I get to trade knights. It's just a draw, really. I'm offering him a draw. No, okay. Let's oh, that was a stupid move. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to win on time now. I offered him a draw. I'm not going to offer it 5 times or so. Not much that I can do. I only offer that once. Okay, so I won that on time. So, when was the last time Armenia hosted anything for FIDE? That's a good question. I don't really remember. Probably some youth championships. Yeah, I'm going to flag if they decline a draw. If they decline a draw, they say, okay, I'm going to try to win, and losing on time they basically take into account. So I'm continuing. I'm offering a draw once and that's it. No, I have not decided if there will be a non-ICC stream this week. Have not decided that yet. I'm currently really, really busy, guys. Really busy. I can show you, I mean, No, I cannot show you. Currently doing my taxes, which is amazing piece of work in Germany with paperwork and all kinds of weird legal issues, stuff like that. Even with a relatively simple business that I'm doing, I have no idea what people are doing with a somewhat bigger business, yeah, with some, I don't know, trading goods that they have to buy or whatever. I mean, it's kind of crazy here. Okay, guys, thanks for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be off for tonight, maybe doing some other stream. I don't know. Can you show us your private information? What would that be? I don't know. Have a good time, guys. See you.